Hola Aquarius, Sun, Cancer, Moons. Welcome to your 2020 Sun Moon reading. When you view it is when you were meant to see it. It does not matter the time of year. Sorry, allergies. I always get those this time of year too. If this resonates with you, consider a personal reading. My rates, my info are below. Just send me an email. We can go ahead and set those up. I am doing these in the order of request in the comments, so be sure to post yours. First portion of this reading, we'll go over what your traits are for your sun, moon sign. Then I'll lay out the main cards. We'll take a quick look at your 2020. Second portion of this reading will be the link below to the Vimeo reading, where I'll have a deeper interpretation of the cards with clarifiers. I'll be dividing the year up into 4 separate quadrants. So let's get to your your traits of your sun, moon sign. So you always have like a really open-minded perspective when it comes to other people. You kind of look at them. No, I didn't mean it like a mirror. Okay, so you kind of view other people like a mirror, like how you would see yourself, and your expectations are those. And you also kind of know where your own boundaries are, but yet you're not really very not totally sure in regards to yourself. When it comes to other people, you look at them with patience, you look at them, you're very empathetic towards people, and you're very accepting and tolerant of people. You have honesty. You're pretty like offbeat, kind of quirky people, and people are drawn to that. They also feel super duper comfortable with you. It can be like on the outside, you look a little bit like detached, a little bit like far awayness in your eyes. You're very creative, perceptive, very attractive, a lot of insight, a lot of intensity. 2 things that are your strongest points are being able to adapt to situations, and being very empathetic or having empathy in regards to people. Your intuition is also very good. Your intuition is actually off the Richter. And you understand people at many, many levels. Nothing fake about you. You're not snotty. Okay, so again, very honest, very authentic. Creativity to your imagination is endless. And there's many dreams and many goals that you can reach. You all tend to hold in a lot of pain. If you're feeling frustrations, things like that, emotions like that, you'll hold them in. And this can cause problems for you psychologically. So be careful of that. Make sure that you release that. A lot of how you are, how you are emotionally can be how your situation was when you were being raised. Was it secure? Was it supportive? And this has to do a lot with your self-image. What is your self-image? You go back into your past and you can kind of see how it was formed. You have a lot of self-sufficiency. You rely on yourself, not very often on other people. Really independent outlook, really healthy outlook. Very social. You get involved in activities that are social activities. Have a lot of people. Have a lot of support from friends, colleagues, mentors. You tend to surround yourself with that, especially if you didn't have that when you were being raised. Okay, so you like to have a lot of people around you because of that. You're very curious about the world. You're always asking everything, endless questions. Like that kid that's like, but why, but why, but why? You're that kid. Okay, you do have to deal sometimes with your insecurities. You might have some fears. You might have some emotional vulnerability. Again, we're kind of getting into psychological stuff, and you'll hide it on the surface of being detached or being tough. And again, be careful of that, because this is a combination that you're going to have that outlet, counseling, therapy, somebody to talk to, activities to do for release. Your Cancer in you can make you a little bit paranoid. Now, it can be good for you to kind of isolate yourself. This is for your emotional health, but make sure that you don't make that a habit. Make sure that that's not a bad habit, that's a reaction to something that's negative. So make sure you stay socially active. So follow your Aquarius side and make sure you're always staying socially active. So let's see what's going on with you guys for 2020. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, and clarity for... All right, I'll pull it. We have Six of Cups. Might be reconciling, might be visiting a childhood home in 2020. I always sidebar the poppers. Going back to something in your past that makes you feel very good about yourself. So, like we were talking, this could be something where you're going in your past and you're addressing things about yourself to get the answers at a point in time. But a good time in your past. It's not something that it's a bad time, but I think it's going to help you kind of work things out in 2020. Okay. Any messages you have, help them reach their higher ground, become closer to the universe, closer to the divine. Justice card fell out. Some of you could be having a legal judgment that goes in your favor in 2020. Something, you could be a voice for something that is morally right. I could see you guys doing that, making sure that there's a fair decision in regards to something. A lot of time, and that's the card of Libra if it resonates. So a lot of times you can be an advocate or a voice for people that cannot speak out for themselves, and I feel like that is you in 2020, kind of expressing yourself on a matter that needs to be brought to attention where others hide and don't want to bring it to people's attention. Okay, so what do you see? What does Aquarius, Sun, Cancer, Moons need to know about 2020? We'll sidebar those. Maybe they'll feed into this reading. I do it a little differently than other readers. What do you see for January, February, March for Aquarius, Sun, Cancer, Moons? What do you see January, February, March? We have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. What do you see April, May, June? Aquarius, Sun, Cancer, Moons. We have the King of Swords in the upright. What do we have for July, August, September? Aquarius, Sun, Cancer, Moons. The Nine of Wands in reverse. What do we see for October, November, December? Six of Wands. End of the year looks good. Beginning of the year looks good. All over it looks pretty good. You have a little dip here in July, August, September. So you start off, January, February, March is going to be about home, building the home, improving your home. It's going to be about building assets, making more money. I feel some of you are going to be doing things around the home to increase the property value, increase the house value of things. Some of you are making investments for the long term, okay? Ten of Pentacles is very much about stability and long term and financial security. So you might be focused on that in the beginning of the year. April, May, June has you initiating things, okay? Deciding that you need to take steps in a certain direction. And you're taking your emotions out of it, so it's a very objective decision that you have to make. It could very well be this Justice card here. You're taking the initiative to speak out, to be truthful about something. And you're the person that's going to go ahead and do this, okay? And, try to be detached. And I feel like people are looking to you for this. If you're a lawyer or a financial advisor, you could be giving advice. Some of you could be receiving advice from a law or financial advisor. We all know that's tax time, so that could be very well the case for a lot of you. Nine of Wands in July, August, September has you feeling a little bit, and it might be coming on the heels of what we were talking about, being a voice for something, coming out, talking about something, because here your people are kind of like coming in on you and you feel like you're having to defend yourself. So whatever truth you exposed or you talked about here in July, August, September, you're kind of hunkering down, you're facing opposition, but I feel like you guys are fine to do that because you do know that you're doing the right thing. And don't worry about it, because in October, November, December, you come out victoriously. Not only do you come out victoriously in regards to this situation, but people actually admire you for how you handled it. So you get a lot of public recognition for how you handled the situation or how you spoke up where I feel like others wouldn't speak up. Okay? So that's what I have for you. Click on the link below. I'll be pulling clarifiers on this for those of you who want to go more in depth. Otherwise, consider a personal reading. Like, share, subscribe in support of these videos, and I will take the efforts to keep doing them. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.